Again, could you talk a little bit, what was this Fifth City project? I'm sure, I mean,
Yeah.
it was, what was
It's
that?
okay. Basically, it was a section of a city that had been, before it had been belonged to the Jewish section, it was an Italian section, then finally became a black section, which is using the term ghetto, if you will, in which it closed. Many of the kids in the Fifth City area had never been downtown, which was only 15 blocks away. And some of them have never experienced things like Joanne and I took a group of the children to a Chinese restaurant, and they had never had that experience. Many of them did not have television. Many of them could not read, did not get newspapers. They did not get magazines. All they had was the street talk. And so it became a very closed area, which is, ghetto is a closed area, and was very little government concern, government care for the area. And so the Ecumenical Institute took that on as a human development project, in which they took a section called the Fifth City and reformulated that particular area and to give more meaning to it as, quote, a community. And the Ecumenical used to had festivals and various activities, and the schooling and so forth became a very important part of that. This itself is a rebirth, we call it the rebirth of the human city. And that is
And that's showing the street that's called Fifth Avenue, and that's became one of the logos that was used. And is the picture in there of the Iron Man?
and I don't know, but we can talk about the Iron Man.
It may be in here. Go ahead and start about.
What was Iron Man?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Huh?
This is a statue of what they call the Iron Man, or it's a symbol of the decision to build the city and give new birth to it through songs and rituals. And the Iron Man represented their effort to rebuild or reformulate that area. They're going to stand tall.
It was a covenant, and they used the scripture from Jeremiah. This day I make you a fortified city, a pillar of iron, a wall of bronze to stand fast against the whole land. And that was painted onto the side of one of the buildings.
As well as the statue.
Yeah. And so people identified with, I'm an Iron Man. This was something they would say this gave them an identity and a sense of pride that they hadn't had before.